Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl if you are new here, and today I'm here to bring you my just beginning of the year book haul. I don't really know what these are, just books I've amassed in the last few months. I don't do book hauls regularly enough to have it like my January haul, my February haul, because some months I may get 6 books, some months I may get none. So these are just some of the books I've collected in the past couple months. They include some Christmas gifts, some things I've picked up on my own. So yes, without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first, series of books I'm going to talk about is one I've already talked about quite a bit on my channel recently, so I'm not going to bore you too much with it, and that is the first 3 books in the original Witcher trilogy. That is Blood of Elves, Time of Contempt, and Baptism of Fire. It comes in this fancy little box set. I always have it behind me here, and I've read the first one, and it was alright. I'm looking forward to continuing the series, but I was excited to receive those by my husband. They were a surprise gift. Along that line, I also picked up The Last Wish, which is a short story collection set in this universe that actually happens before this first book. I picked that up on ebook because it was on sale on their Cyber Monday, Black Friday sales through Kindle. It was only $1.99 or 99 cents. So I picked that up, read through it, absolutely loved it, and yeah, so I got 4 books in that series. I think there are 7 of them now. Another book I picked up because I was at half price books. I was like, I'm not going to buy anything. Oh, look, I'm buying something, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I did not have this one. I had the first and the third one in the series. I did not have the second one because I was waiting to find it for a good deal. I found this for only $3 or $4, and it is the beautiful, beautiful UK edition, which means that officially none of mine match in the series. I have the regular paperback for the first one. I have a hardcover for the third one. And I have this one for the second one. They don't match at all. But I don't care. I really love the UK edition. I cannot believe that this was randomly just at the half price, and it was the only copy of A Court of Mist and Fury 2. There wasn't a hardcover, there wasn't a regular paperback. This was it, and it is now mine. And the last of the physical books I got were Christmas gifts from my husband, and I thought he was getting me these, but I wasn't 100% sure. And that is book 2 and 3 of the illustrated Harry Potter editions. I am in love with these books so much. He gave me the first one for Christmas the year it came out. I didn't end up getting the second one, and now that the third one is out, he bought me both 2 and 3. That way I wasn't always behind a book, and I am just in love with these editions. They are heavy, so I'm going to put one of them down. If you have somehow not been on BookTube, or if you've missed the news, they are coming out with an illustrated edition of each Harry Potter book, one a year for, I guess, the 7 years, that a book for each year. They are currently on Prisoner of Azkaban. This just came out this year, and this is by far my favorite one that they've done so far, because this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. Jim Kay does the illustrations, and they are just stunning. Some of them are absolutely beautiful, and I kind of regret having read through the series so quickly. However, it is such a different experience to read it with the illustrations. It's such a different way to enjoy a story that I know so deeply and so closely, and I was so excited to receive these 2 when I opened them, and now my collection is complete. I cannot wait to see how the illustrations progress throughout the series, because the books themselves get darker and darker and more gritty, and so I'm very interested to see how Jim Kay's illustrations work with the rest of the series. So that is all of my physical books that I have hauled recently. I did get some ebooks because, like I said previously, Kindle was running a really, really, really fantastic Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, and a lot of really popular books were only $1.99, 99 cents, $2.99. There were some crazy good deals, so I picked up a few. I got Hunted by Megan Spooner. Don't really know much about this other than it is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and I've heard actually pretty good things about it, so I'm interested to pick this up at some point. I love reading things on my Kindle. I fly through them so much faster than physical books, so I'm very excited to pick this one up. So the next one I picked up that was on sale is one I have heard Reagan over at Peruse Project talk about endlessly, and that is The Black Prism by Brent Winks. All I really know about this book is that, or this series rather, is that it is a magic fantasy series, but the magic is based in the light spectrum. And the main character is a prism in that he can utilize multiple aspects of the spectrum, whereas regular people can only utilize one, I believe. Not 100% sure, but she talks so highly about the series that when I saw it was super cheap, I had to get it because it is a huge book. It is very, very long, and I love reading long books as ebooks rather than the physical copy because they get to be a pain in the ass to hold, especially if you get them as hardcovers, and then mass markets, they're even more obnoxious because they're so tiny. So it worked out. I'm excited to pick this one up. I don't know when I will because it's a commitment, but I'm excited to now have it. And I have Amazon Prime, and Prime has their own like free books that you can get, and these next two came from that, which means that as long as I have Prime, I have these books, which I thought was pretty nifty. They don't have a huge selection. I'm hoping it grows, but it was nice to pick these up. And the first one I got is The Lord of the Rings Complete Trilogy as an ebook. This is just one big bind up, and I actually have a physical version of this that is a bind up of all three books, but it's falling apart, and so I've always been hesitant to pick it up and read it because it's never fun when you flip a page and the page falls out. So to have these, especially being that bind ups tend to be very, very chunky to read, I'm excited to have these as an ebook. I don't know when I'll get to them once again because it's not super pressing on my list of books to read, but I own it, and now I can finally get rid of my falling apart edition of Lord of the Rings. And the last book I have to tell you about is one that I also got through Prime Reading, and that is Hex Hall. I don't remember who it's by. And this book I saw on BookTube a few years ago. Everyone kind of was talking about it. I don't really remember anything about it. I think it's a magical boarding school. That's what it looks like. And I don't remember if people really liked it or hated it, but it was free through Prime Reading, and it was a name I recognized. So I picked it up, and yeah, at some point I'm sure I'll read it if I'm in the mood for magical boarding schools, which I usually am. Alright, so those are all the books I've picked up recently. Let me know in the comments down below some of the books you have hauled recently. What did you get as Christmas gifts, bought yourself? Whatever, just let me know down below, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye!